All right, good morning, guys. One of the first things I'm going to do is slap on a hedge right at the open here. So I'm getting my beta weighted delta hedge information right now. I need 9 and 55, so 80 and 50, 20, 30, 135 deltas of protection. And I'm going to get that from the April 25th, 135, so I can get 3 30s or 235. What is that? 65? 135 divided by 3. Sorry, I had that wrong. I can get 445s. Fives or no, 345 deltas, 267 deltas. Which one I should get? Go with the 267 deltas because that'll hold more solid because those are deeper in the money. Hey, good morning. Yeah. So that's what I'll do. 60. So we'll see what that is in a minute here. The market is down 5% in a single day here, pre-market, since yesterday's close. But technically, we're 0.5% lower than 4 days ago. Some of what I have, I'm sure, will be hit hard. But what I want to do is I want to hedge, watch the first 5 minutes, then start making some rational decisions. I think money managers are probably going to have to rotate out of growth. And I think that retail is going to want them to / also they'll be getting out of growth. I think we'll probably see what was I going to say there? We're going to see some accumulation from institutionals, but probably not in growth yet. I just think it could happen today, but I would not be surprised if the day is green, green, green. But I also would not be surprised if today is red, red, red. So I think the best way to go about it at the moment today is to slap a hedge on here right at the open. And so nothing gets worse in my portfolio. And then just one by one, just start making some intelligent decisions. That will be my course of action. The question is, do I want a 2-week option hedge protection? 3 days, which would be 7 weeks. It's about 2 months. 2 weeks or 2 months? I don't really need the 2 months. I'm probably going to be getting rid of this the same day. Let's see. You say that, Randy, but I am showing absolutely 0 dropped frames over here on the monitoring system. No drop frames at all. 0 on all 3 systems. I have it monitors that. I could be wrong. It definitely could be doing that. It definitely could be creating some glitches. But that's what I'm showing. I don't believe there's anything I can do about it when on my end it shows everything's perfect. I literally have a dropped frame count, and I have a meter which shows my bandwidth. I have a lot of monitoring tools, so I don't think there's anything actually wrong with the stream, Randy. want to check on that. And by the way, day traders, better here on YouTube. Okay. He jumped over to the YouTube. All right. Good backup plan there. In 1987, the crash, the market dropped 22% in a single day. So just in case you think it's okay to hold things, probably not a good idea. Let's just see how the opening goes here. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. So, I mean, that the market itself would actually be turned off if we have a bigger than, I think it is 7% drop from the open, or difference from yesterday. I'm not sure. If we hit 7% or 10% within the first 30 minutes of the market open, I believe something like that, it triggers an entire market halt. Guaranteed fucking you, I'm going to want to be hedged up if that happens. Woo-wee. The best thing I can do right now is just hedge up. I need a 67 delta. I need 2 67 deltas options that should be cheap enough. They'll probably be 500 each or something. And that will literally just freeze all volatility. Well, not everything, but it will just freeze where I'm at. Okay, 19 seconds till the market opens. 15 seconds. And I'm just going to really quickly just get my hedge on, so don't mind me for a few seconds here while I race to do that. Okay, here we go. Market's opening now. All right, now I need these to update so I can see my 67 deltas. Takes about 10 seconds. There we go. We got an update. 67 delta is right here. I want to get 2 of these. Okay, I'm hedged. Throw that up into my hedge folder here. And let's see what we got. $80 and 54, 135, and I've got 127 delta. So it's a little bit not perfect, but close enough. I got an alert on SC. The market is coming up off of this, is bouncing off of this. Let's see what it said here on SC. And do I have any, well, so far, surprisingly enough, from the open, I have nothing at negative 100% max profit. Hey, Marcus. So, long-lived PCS resilience. Even this SE opening up way down here is negative 70%. So, I mean, it just gives you some resilience. PCS system just gives you a little bit of resilience to be able to work through the day-to-day back and forths out there. S&P 500. So far, we're seeing investors be interested in buying these discounted prices. I mean, I do think that's the right opinion, long term. But if anybody's going to run for the hills, there's going to be panic or blood in the streets, then lower prices are to be had. So you want to continue to have powder dry and Indicag waiting as backup. I am going to wait a full 5 minutes. Everybody knows the 5-minute rule. If you have an option or a stock opening beyond your stop, you are to wait 5 minutes through the open to create a 5-minute range. And then you're either to hold or to sell depending on how the next price goes, whether it breaks your stop or goes in the other direction. 5-minute rule. That goes for mostly for options. But it looks like we're getting some recovery here. Some bounce, although I'm sure we're going to find it to be a day filled with lots of opinion. That's funny. Dollar is actually strengthening. The market is moving up. Bonds are moving up. And gold is moving up. The VIX in fear is moving down. So we have an okay open so far. I'm hedged. Just gonna stay right here. We got 30 seconds until the first 5-minute candle has been put in. Also watching the inverse VIX here. Okay, our first reflection off of higher prices. Sometimes once selling starts stepping in, the selling can end up being stronger than the buying, but let's see. That's what we kind of want to know. We're just going to watch this settle in and see what we create here. There's this resistance level, 60 on the Qs. Over here it's 548 on the S&P 500 on SPY, the ETF specifically. The dollar is weaker in that sense, but could break above there. The VIX could give us an early bearish divergence signal. Let's keep an eye on that. I will probably take off my hedge if the VIX gets above this level here, the 5-minute range. And I will definitely keep my hedge on if the VIX breaks below this level. This is a backwards, by the way. This is the inverse VIX, -1. So up is good in this VIX view. Down is bad because it's higher prices, higher VIX numbers if you look at the numbering. I like to look at the inverse VIX so I can easily see correlation between the market move and the actual sentiment. You know, I'm seeing all selling volume so far across the market. And, well, although breadth is positive. So that's a good sign. And, Randy, I don't know about you, but I don't have any options negative 100%. You? I don't have any put credit spreads at negative 100% or more. In fact, I still have many that are positive. So very nice padding. And the worst one is negative. I mean, no, that's actually a positive. The worst one's only negative 55%. And if I sort those by those, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 out of 15. So only 1/3 of my put credit spreads are even negative. Okay, the VIX is looking like it's gonna become a positive, which means I want to close my position, my VIX, my hedge rather. But I'm just waiting to get the double check on that. To get a little bit more accurate reading from the VIX. Like I say, if the VIX will break positive and close positive, I will release my hedge. If it does not, I'm keeping it on, especially because, like, look right now, it's about to break down into the negative. And that's before the market even concurs. So that would be bearish divergence. It is very close to doing so. Let's just do this so that we can see that more perfectly. Okay, there we go. Oh, we're literally at, there it is. Boom. That's a negative. That is a negative. I'm keeping my hedge on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yes, because I have the VIX inverted, and sometimes I have to think upside down and backwards. So I'm just double checking. But yes, although it hasn't closed that way, but we appear to have broken to worse levels of fear on the VIX. Although strangely enough, I'm not seeing that over here. Yeah, that's just a 5-minute open. Yeah, but if we were to get above 2740. That would not be good today. That would be a pre-market breakout level, the worst of the worst. But right now we are in a precariously fearful spot, and it's good to be hedged. Meanwhile, I think things are improving. No, they're not. They're not improving on our PCSs. But that's what the hedge is for. Oh, there we go. Bad. Okay, see that red move there on the VIX? Yeah. So let's see if it ends up cementing that in. How many seconds we got? 8 seconds left in that candle. Is it going to permanize a lower breakdown move, or are we going to move the other way? It's interesting. It was like right to the second when it jumped up a little bit. So I would still say a little bit inconclusive. This is why I watch. Amazon is negative 107%, up and down 10%. Oh, okay. I don't know if I have that Amazon. I see. Okay. Yeah, I don't have that Amazon one. Okay. I have Costco, Boston Scientific, TKO, NRG, Visa, Chewy, GEV, Palantir, Dash, Discover Financial Services, SFM, Spot, Tefy, SoFi, Hims, Robinhood, SE, Netflix, and Glassware, GLW. Okay, so it's looking like the VIX is getting worse. Well, the market is not quite there yet. It's close, but that's bearish divergence. Okay, and that closed out that candle? Yes. So this is a bad sign for the moment. The question is, will anybody buy it up? This low prices. And the VIX is indicating 4 points to a more fearful trend. We're trending fearful and more fearful. And so I'm retaining my hedge. I'm keeping my hedge on to protect my line, my positioning here. Let's see. Let me look at Amazon. Yeah, it's hitting lower pre-market lows. I would cut Amazon, but give it some time. Wait a minute. 5 minute. Okay. Yeah, you do have the 5 minute low breakdown that it broke. The thing with put credit spreads is they're just so forgiving. So if it's really riding that 100% line, I mean, they just continue to wait it out, I guess. But just realize that the amount that you're down on that, the difference between where you eventually say, okay, no, I'm going to get out, and where you are now, how much you're down on it, is what? $8, $12? Just be willing to pay the $8 or $12 or $20 extra, whatever that is, to wait it out a little bit, because you've seen these PCSs are very resilient. My theta on all my PCSs can be very beneficial in a day. See, now we've bounced on the VIX. Reading VIX divergence is just such a critical skill for a trader. I would put it in the intermediate category for a trader. But it can be used in very advanced ways. The VIX continues to rise, giving us bearish divergence. And the VIX is telling us the shit's getting bad. Puts are getting put on across the board, across the market. Now that could create a little short squeeze though. So it just depends on how panicky everybody gets. But a hedge is a hedge, So I'm not shorting the market. I am, but I'm only shorting it exactly however much I'm long. So I've neutralized my positioning so that I can sort of wait this out, see how this day plays out. This is similar to when you put a hedge on all of your put credit spreads. That's similar to iron condoring them all. It's like an instantaneous sort of sidewaysing of all your positions. Let's see if any of my longs are under enough pressure that I should consider iron condoring them. Let's see. Costco is doing great. I'm at 51% to max profit on Costco. Costco's just doing great. I wouldn't touch that at all. Dash with a little resilience on its pullback. NRG, there's a lot of overhead there. I could probably iron condor NRG, but I don't know if I have all the conviction on that. Visa seems to have bounced out of the entry quite well. Spotify's hanging in there. A lot of these put credit spreads are doing just fine. Amazon's just one of the worst, that's for sure. Chewy, did I just look at that? Yeah, it's doing okay. Palantir. But this is a great example of why it's good to make sure you have a lot of positions when it comes to put credit spreading. Our target is 50 positions constantly on. 51% positions. But if that's going to be, or 2%, 50, 2% positions. But if that's going to be 33, 3% positions, that could work, or 25% positions, that can work. But you don't want to be unallocated when you get into these things. And you need the counteraction, counterbalancing, in order to counterbalance some bad positions. SFM doing good as well. TKA doing fine. BSX doing great with that bounce there. GEV doing fine. So far, like 10 of mine. HIMS doing fine. SoFi, 2/3 of my positions doing great. Okay, this one's SoFi. I mean, it's really not doing anything terrible. It's right around break even there. But it's not. It was not going up like my others. But the others are going up. DFS. This is one getting hit a bit hard. And where do I have? I'm minus 33% max profit on that. What is this? And that DFS hood. Hood's bouncing fine. Netflix, beautiful bounce. GLW not so hot. And then SE. So SE, GLW, and DFS. Those are my only real 3 concerns. And then everything's hedged. The market looks like it wants to break. Ooh, I might be releasing my hedge if we can get above, if we can knock below 26-ish on the VIX. Seeing some recovery here. Amazon is recovering. Excuse me. Amazon is bouncing too. You're probably at what? Negative 90% right now? Randy, I think you ducked under 100 here. Possibly on your PCS on Amazon. It's a great skill to have. Randy, PCS system. Just make sure you apply everything I taught you. You want to make sure you're diversified. You need things working for you to counteract those things that are working against you. I mean, so far the market is acting stable. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see the VIX come below this price here, 26.14, before I release my hedge and put a little faith in it. But if it were to break a new high on the VIX, on the market high, I would put it back on. That's just the kind of whiplash you can go through sometimes on crazy days like this. It's like gold is making a more pronounced move up than most things out there, most assets, which means flight to safety is occurring probably more than anything. Like, so if we went over to Colgate, we should see a green day then. Yeah, nice big leap up on Colgate, Palmolive. If you find anything that's a beautiful chart and it's a defensive, then you can PCS that. And now you're PCSed into defensives, What else? Coca-Cola. But you have to have a nice chart. Coca-Cola is about to break to new highs. That could be good. Pepsi. Campbell's Soup. I think that's CBP? CPB? Campbell's. There it is. Okay, nah. Kellogg's. Oops. I have that. Hold on. Kellogg's. Oh, we can't find that. It's not a on the U.S. market. Let's see. But other defensives and Walmart, Walmart's good. Are we in a put credits bid on that? Why? Showing we are. It's not gotten a fill. That's a gorgeous one. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I suppose I could get one now. How's the VIX doing? Okay. First again. Walmart. Okay, I'm gonna get a put credit spread on Walmart. Oh, maybe maybe the spread was not so good. That was the issue. I never got a fill because the volatility is just too low, and so it just doesn't. Wait a minute. Hold on. This might be all right. 50 divided by 200. No, that's 25% return. No, that's good. Okay, so let's see. I want to get 5 of these. Let me see. For me, my size on that is to where I would buy 4 of these. Okay, perfect. All right, now I finally got that. Okay, so I'm in the Walmart credit spread. Which one? Okay, we'll find out in just a second here. What did I buy? I got the 82.5, 82.5 for 50 cents. So that's like 82. Makes it. So that's my angle, my break-even angle. All right, I like that. Spreads, and I'm already in a couple of defensives. That would be Costco is perhaps one of them. Sprouts Farmers Market, although I don't know if that's doing as good. Now I've got the Walmart. I have some financials. I got Glassware, Corning, although that's not doing good today. So other defensives, though, can be worth getting in. All right, once we get to the top of the hour here, our morning session is over, and it looks like the VIX is going to break to new lows. So this 4-point trend is continuing. See, boom, that was the breakdown there, first breakdown. And if it were to break this low here, then we have even further confirmation, which would be 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 5 points. 5. If it will get below this level, then we do have 4 points to a downtrend. Not yet, almost. Which is an uptrend. This is in the inverse VIX. And it would be bad. So any new low on the VIX on the day, so 2693. If we were to break to worse, more fearful, higher fear levels on the VIX, that's not good. And it constitutes 4 points to an uptrend on the VIX. I can see the S&P 500 is depreciating. Growth is actually hanging in there a bit better. There are some names doing well off the open. Palantir, SFM, HIMS, Spotify. I'm in all those. Rivian, Court. Let's take a look at Rivian. Yeah, I'm not in love with that chart. Court. Here. Yeah, that's just a kind of a dead cat bounce. Axon. Dollar General. Dollar General, that's a good one. Ooh, this is actually kind of a key moment on Dollar General. I'm going to go look and see if I can get a put credit spread on that one. Boy, the spreads, the bid-ask spreads on these are really wide. It's too wide. Nah, that's too wide. I wouldn't touch it. Let's see. The other one was Dollar General Coop. I wanted to see Coop. Okay, that's just flying. Well, so far I'm leaving the hedge on. Oh, and I think we did just break to a lower level. No, we didn't close to a lower level. Let's see if I were to change this chart to a line chart instead of candles. Kind of see the points a little better there. That's based on the close. We're waiting for a close below this level. To give us the confidence to leave the hedge on. And if we were to get above this level, then we would remove the hedge. We are so close. Watching this little ball here. Down here, bad. We leave our hedge on. Oh man, that was quite the pop in that direction just now. Did you see that? So yeah, that's it. 4 points to a uptrend on the VIX. And with that, I'm going to leave my hedge on and continue to monitor my positions, liquidate anything I need to liquidate. Okay, you guys, copied that Walmart trade you made. Oh, good job. Yeah. All right. It's good to have something like that. Defensive. All right, you guys, let's go back into the group, and I'll continue to be with you throughout the day today in there. Let's keep watching things. I got my hedge on. Portfolio delta neutralized. There you go. Amazon's probably getting worse now. Well, we don't see that yet, but I'd be a little bit concerned. And if it gets 4 points to a downtrend, I'd be very concerned. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good morning.